All right. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. That was good for me, except for the one thing I had to put together that took me about 3 hours. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then, Beth's like, you didn't put it together right. I'm like, okay, how about you put it together, Toots? Hey, but the important thing that happened over Christmas is it took me about 8 hours to make the Jack Daniel's whiskey sauce for the steaks that we did ribeyes on Christmas. And I couldn't get the thing to reduce. So I finally ended up having to put cornstarch in it, make a slurry. And then I got it too thick. Now it won't come out of the bottle. But Beth was eating it yesterday with the steak. And she said something I never heard Beth say. She said, this sauce is amazing. Amazing, she said. Now, normally she'd say, it's pretty good. Because I always ask her, how's my steaks and stuff? So it was good. We had we had about 18 or 20 people over. So trying to cook ribeyes 3 at a time. And, I told everybody I'd cook your ribeye any way you want it, except for well done. And 2 people wanted it well done. So I did it. It hurt me to burn the steak. So, oh my gosh. I mean, to waste a beautiful piece of cow on a well done steak was just, too much. But the sauce, Beth says, was amazing. So it's really, really good.
You should have minute steaks on standby for those people.
Yeah. That's something like that. I was like, but my aunt, I literally charred hers and she was happy with it, just happy as could be. And I sitting there going, oh man, I should have had a sirloin for her because that's what, sirloins taste like anyway. It's like a piece of shoe rubber. But oh man, the ribeye is just the best steak at all. And let me tell you how to do it too. So you've got a big group coming over and you go, I can't pay $14 a pound for ribeyes. What you do is you get the rib roast. So I went to Publix and I said, I got 2 rib roasts, about like, this big each roast. And then I had them to cut it up for me into 1-inch slices. So I had like 21 of those. And you get it for like, I think I got the rib roast for like $5.99 a pound instead of $14.95 for a ribeye. So that's how you save a lot of money doing that. It was just great. I hope you had a great Christmas. We had a great time. And, it's just wonderful. So what we expect with the market this week is we expect low volume. We expect probably some high volatility movements, maybe even in both directions. People may start taking some profits off the table. I don't know. So, I don't give it a lot of thought. We just do our thing. We just kind of come in and do our thing. So check this out. Let me save this when I got it because it's working. Look, it's like save grid as. I'm going to save it as it is right now because it's working. All right, so we're at 1.04% in the E-minis. Look at that. The AD is a huge 343. And it looks like we're at lunchtime chop now. We're kind of just chop. So we are above everything, y'all. Look at that. Ain't nothing above us to catch us. We got VWAP below us. We got overnight high here. We got cash open here. We got the hourly mid band, and we've got the overnight low. And we've got all these stuff over here. So, it's just a runaway market. Go, baby, go. Look at this in the NASDAQ, up 1.35%. And we got bread and capital that we follow in now. That says to hold your TQQs. Well, you ain't telling us nothing, Jack. We know what to do. So, this is doing really, really well. So everything's looking good. So let's go look at our volume profile. On the E-minis. See if, I'll be there. Look at this. We're up near the top range of the fair value. We would expect this area, what is that, 47.65, to be a little bit of resistance up there. So we'll see. So we're heading right up there, just like we always think we did. We come from here, we linger a little bit at the 50 before we decide to go up to the top of fair value. So, it's business as usual. And then we may see a little fluctuation in here. We'll see how it goes. And of course, we always look at this point of control as a number that we could possibly come back to because volume's very comfortable there. All right, so that looks good. Let's see what it looks like on the NASDAQian side. All right, the NASDAQian. Well, it looks kind of similar, doesn't it? We are at the top right? This may be a little bit of resistance here. We're above all three of our moving averages. And again, point of control here, which we're never surprised if we see a pullback to the point of control. Sometimes it happens. All right, so everything here is just, neutral to neutral to kind of bullish up there, right? So let's see what oh man, I thought I fixed this one too. Let's see what our screwdriver's doing. 5.2 is 49. 5.2 is 49. If I went through 28 days, what would that look like? I'm on the 32 days. Go here, what would it be? 49, 49, 49. This is probably more accurate here. Probably 28. Give me a 5.2, baby. Give me a 5.2, baby. 5.2, baby. No, jack squat crap. Ain't working. I'm just gonna go with the 515. I'm gonna go about 44. Just pop that in. 44. 44. It's kind of weird that it went up there. So today is the year of our Lord 1227, which reminds me that I have to get a printer so I can count it off of my business expenses for the end of the year. Why do I need a printer? Because JoJo knocked the printer off and just crushed it. Oh, it was such a good printer too. As a brother, I don't get inkjets because you'll spend a fortune. I get laser printers. And he knocked it off, broke it. So here we go. So this is still kind of bullish. Neutral bullish here. We expect revision back into this area. We almost got there. That's interesting that it went back up a little bit. Okay, so nothing to see there. Nothing to see. Excuse nothing for us today. All right, now here's what I wanted to show you. And I shared this. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. Now, you remember how we would open our spreadsheet up and it would go, you want to update or not update? And you have to go, don't update every time you open this link. Now I got this thing laser quick. What's this? I'm going to close it. And I'm going to show you how awesome this works. Watch how quick this thing goes. TQQ AIM Empire. What's it? Now, now. Okay, there, boom, see? No, don't update or anything. And I fixed the rebalancing thing here. Isn't that cool? So if you say, hey, so right now my TQ is 80% of my portfolio. And if I wanted it 70, I got to sell 26 shares. So my TMF is 11.94% of my portfolio. And I want to do 20. I probably need to just do these as 2. I don't need those. Yeah. Where's my thingy at here? Format sales. Go. Decimal places 0. There we go. Now that looks better. That's easier for me to see. So I'm at 80, and at the end of the year, I want to be 70, 20, and 10 again. Right now I'm 80, 12, and 8. Isn't that cool? So we got this all taken care of. And I think I made, and I shared this in our resources tab. So if and I hate for y'all to have to redo it, but if you wanted to, you could open this version. And here's where the changes are, is in C, D, E, it's where I made the changes. So if you just want to make those changes and copy those formulas in there, you can. The butcher needs to be your best friend. Absolutely. Okay, you got to go to Dr. Fu Manchu. I'm going to be up there before you know it. Okay, so MRP says, hey, Bobby, when we are close to 21 days for the BSH trades, do we close the shorts only or is it vertical? I bought 5 longs and sold 3 shorts. Do I close at 21 days only the 3 shorts or do I close them as verticals? Yeah, I would close just the shorts. Now, what Ron Bertino tells us is, don't go down under 14 days. So now let me preface it by saying MRP that I would say it depends though. Go to your analyze tab. What do you look like with those shorts on there, right? Is your analyze tab still giving you great protection in the event of a crash? Or Does it look like you need to close? So those are things you need to look at. Then you need to look at, well, will it make my theta negative if I do that? So there are all kinds of things you need to look at. So that's just a guideline, you know, close them at, but if they're like at a 1% probability of being in the money, if they're way down there, I mean, you can hold them because chances are they're going to be okay. But you know, if you want a standard answer, close them 21 to 14 days. But let me preface it by saying, look at your analyze tab first to see. So let's see if we got any little signals here. No signals, baby, no signals. Okay. What about in my other account? Tasty Works account. Let me make that same change right here. So format sales 0. Left my job in the city. Nothing. Jack, squat, crap, nothing. 79 plus 9 is 87, but that's saying 89. What the devil is that? D12 divided by, no, this is close enough. All right, so I don't have a signal here, so let me just save this one. I'll leave my other one open. I just like seeing it run. All right, now, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do now, Bob? Let's go to the Analyze tab and see how our little old thingy's looking here. So we got to take this back to ES. And we'll go hide simulations, and we'll go to single symbol. 4 vol steps of 15%. And a 20% move. We're going to be up $150,000, baby. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I don't care what the devil's going to do. All right, what's your portfolio look like there, old Bobby, old pal? Ha ha ha. I'm going to be up 55,000. How did this thing get so much stronger? Did my order fail? Let's see. No, I still got that on. Look at there, y'all. Sweet Bobby is about to buy those at 205. Look at that. It'll probably happen today. Isn't that cool? So we'll buy back our 5. So did that make sense, MRP? Hope that makes sense for me. Hey, Matt's here. Matt, how'd the baby's Christmas go? Can you talk? Or it's the boss in the building? Are you still off? I love Santa Claus.
It was very good.
Good. That is so sweet. What was her best thing that she got?
She got a JJ doll, which is a little character from Coco Melon, if anyone is aware or familiar with Coco Melon.
That's not that JoJo Seawalk person, is it? One of my kids dressed up
I believe
JoJo
so.
Seawalk. Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. All I know is, look, y'all play with y'all stuff, y'all let me know. And my best present that was supposed to be here yesterday, remember I got us matching iPads? It is hung up at FedEx in Austell, Georgia, where packages go to die. So which means I'll probably never get my iPad. I'm sure there's some FedEx employee right now that's probably playing on my iPads. I don't know what FedEx, I don't know how FedEx is where y'all are at, but where we're at, they're horrible because packages go to Austell and they just stay there forever. I mean, it's just been just the biggest joke around here. So hopefully, you know, we need to short FedEx. They had great earnings, by the way. We need to short FedEx and go long on UPS. No, I would never do that. That's the crap I would have done at the beginning of last year, right? All right, so let's see how we're doing today there, old Bob. How we doing today, Bob? Let's check the forest, baby. How's the old forest doing? Yeah, let's see. The forest, oh my gosh, oh behave. I've got negative theta. Unbelievable. I got 224 delta, which is really nice because my TQ deltas are 263. So you want to get something close to this to get the wonderful effects of holding TQQ, right? So Vega is even positive. Oh, be still. And I'm up $1,200 on the day. Stop it. Stop it. If this continues, we may have to pay taxes at the end of the year. Dang it. No, I'm just joking. That'd be a good thing. All right. So what are we going to do there, old Bob? What you going to do, pal? Let's see. Let me look at my MESs. I got 4 days on all those. Look at that. 4 days. I got 25 days. I got 35 days. I got 53 days. I got 81 days. The crap is that? Oh. All right. So I'm a little rattled today. Let's go with this account. Oh my God. Oh, behave. We're up $1,200 in this account. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Up $14,450 on the year. That's beautiful. Got a nice positive delta, got a very manageable negative vega, and a theta of 1. And we got tons of buying power to do whatever the flipping crap we want to do. Let's see, we got VIX hedges all in. Yep, got VIX hedges all in. So why don't we do our 111 for the day? 111. Where you gonna go, Bob? We're gonna go. I like closest to 60. Used to be 45. I've moved myself to 60. So I'm gonna go 53 days without going over. I'm gonna go long put vertical. I'm gonna put in 50 points wide. Hey, turn that game down, y'all. Daddy's in the session. Okay, I know. Beth, I told him about you said that my sauce was amazing. I've never got a compliment from Beth before on anything that I've cooked. Well, she said that I will try to change something to make it better, which I always do, and then it ruins it. And then you never can get it back right. And I never can get it back right. Beth, I'll tell you what I did though. If y'all were looking for the copycat recipe online, I put some cherry preserves in it, and I also put some golden. What's that golden syrup I made, Beth? Someone said that it was good, and it took me forever to make this golden syrup, but I made it. It's sugar, water, and lemon juice. It's really good. All right, what are we doing here? Okay, we're doing. Well, hold on. Is that a? I can't sell one where I've bought one. Y'all see that? So that's 30 points wide. So yeah, we'll put it there. 950. Probably have to move that up to 975 to get her going. Cha-chonk, cha-chonk. All right, then we got to sell one for 20 to pay for that. And then, like Ken says, let's cover the transaction costs. Let's go up to about $21. How about that? Ta-da. And then you go, I'm done for the day. I can go play in the yard. I can go watch goats give birth. I can do whatever I want to. So let's go to the other account over here. I don't know I must have some stuff expire. Hold on a second. See my groups. And here's the cool thing over here. If your gear shifter is gone in the groups, you know that you ain't got any options there anymore or any holdings. Nothing expired. Wow. What happened, Bob? What happened to make you in such a good hedge to the downside? I don't know. All right, so let's go do our little MES trade over here. What the crap? The devil was that? Try not to play with all that stuff because, like Beth says, I'm a tinkerer. I'll have a recipe perfected and then I'll start tinkering with it, and I can't do that. I can't do that with this, even with our trading, right? So we did the 4630, 4580, 4630, 4580, 4630. Oh, we just finished Marrying Millions. Okay, if y'all have Hulu and y'all are not watching Marrying Millions, y'all have missed it, y'all. That is the best. I may go back and watch it again. It's these younger guys and gals, and they are like marrying these older men and women who are millionaires. And oh, it is gold. It is really gold. And it made me thinking. I joked Beth that she married me for my money. Of course, we didn't have a pot to pee in. We got married, so it's really not that. So we'll sell this for $11.25. But oh, is it so? Oh, that show. Matt, you got to watch this. Marrying Millions. And the super guy that lives on a yacht. Oh, I just feel so bad for him. Because this old gal's daddy just doesn't like him at all. 11148.
Have you watched Ted Lasso?
No, what is that?
It's on Apple TV. It's a very good show.
Really? I like him.
It's about
Is it a gold digger show? I love these gold digger shows.
No, it's not reality TV. It's about an American football coach that is hired to be a coach in England to coach soccer.
Oh. Now, you know, I think soccer is a communist sport. Well, I still like it.
You'll still like it.
Okay. And I hope that I didn't offend anybody. I mean, one of my kids wants to play soccer, and I'm like, look, you know, I don't want to make you into a socialist. So I'm not joking about kids. Soccer's good. If you're a socialist. Now, I can't help that I got my world views. Don't hold it against me. It just is what it is. Let's get this back to business. So we got everything doing real well here. What's the name of that again? Matt, the name of the show? Ted Lasso. I got you. How can I remember that? TL. Ted Lasso. Lasso the moon. So we've got a great day going on here. So let's look at our 111s. I think that's just the greatest thing that we ever do, right? Is we go, hey, how smart are we? So when we go and look at our trade and we hit curve and we hit analysis, this is where it shows how great this is as a hedge. We can look at it here. Oh, here it is, y'all. Look at this. My baby makes me proud. Look at this. Oh, isn't that pretty? It's gorgeous. So green means gravy, right? Green is gravy. So that means if the market goes down, look at this. I mean, you got a humongous profit there. Look, profit and loss at expiration, $10,455 on a, what is this now? $46,000 account, 47, 48, whatever it is, 50. It's pretty good. And if we go down here, remember we've got our little black swan hedge that kind of kicks in and picks this up, even though this shows going down. So our whale is looking mighty good. Right? The whale is doing what the whale needs to do. We'll look at it in the other account, but it's not as fun. It's not as fun. Let's look at it over here. So let's look at it over here. We're going to analyze. We'll go to MES. Then we'll go to 4 expirations. And then we'll take portfolio off. We just want to show the single symbol. Look at that. Doesn't look as good, right? It's kind of hard to make that into a whale like we have over there, but it's still, you get the idea. And the idea is that profits go up as market goes down, which is just a partial hedge. So let's just do a rehash of what our strategy is. What is our strategy there, Bob? Oh, Bob, oh, Bob. Well, let's just put it there. So what is our strategy? Well, the strategy is kind of simple. The strategy is we have an income generator that we buy shares in. Particularly, I like TQQQ, which is a 3x leverage QQQ, which is the NASDAQ 100. Why do I like that? Because I just think that this little puppy will overperform over a number of years. It may lose in any given year, but over a particular amount of time, this is going to make us money. Why? Because it's got companies like Costco, and it's got companies like Apple and Facebook and Netflix, and who else is in there? Ross Stores. I actually went into Ross Store the other day. I was going to get some perfume, but then I got in there and I didn't know anything about them. So I didn't get any perfume. So Ross Stores. So, and there's 102 companies in the NASDAQ 100. And the reason is because Google's in there twice, Goog and Google, and there's one more that's in there a couple of times. So what happens is it's self-cleansing too. So if it has a company that underperforms, NASDAQ kicks it out and it will replace it with an up and rising star. That's why I like this. Now, if you're a little more conservative than me, keep in mind, I'm a risk taker. That's how you acquire wealth in the United States of America, the greatest dang country it's ever been, is you take risk. If you're not as risk savvy as I am, I don't know if savvy's, then you can go to UPRO, which is 3x of SPY. That gives you 500 companies. And there's anything else that you could do. And then what we do is we run a little algo on it called AIM, Automatic Investment Management. And we use our little spreadsheet that does that. That tells us when to buy or sell. Isn't that cool? So we don't have any human decision-making to make in the purchase and sale of the TQs. So here's the allocation that I use. I like to be 70% of my portfolio into TQ. I like as a hedge to be 20% in a 3X bond fund called TMF. How can you remember TMF? Too much fun, right? TMF. And then, so we have a little cash on the sideline to buy shares when we need it. We do 2X and something that we call cash. Cool. Now, then we're going to balance this. I think I've arrived at, we'll balance it, rebalance this quarterly. And I showed y'all that earlier with the spreadsheet. Right? We'll rebalance this quarterly. And that's pretty, that's our income strategy. That's what our income strategy is. Well, then we hedge. We hedge to a downside. So let's just say hedges. Okay, hedges. Let's go over to here. Hedge number one, or number A, is the 111 trade that I just showed you. And if you've got a $35,000, $50,000 account or larger, then you can probably put on one of these a day. I showed it earlier. Put the 111 trade on. Fine. This is our daily little hedge that helps provide protection for a grind down market. Market starts grinding down, it's a hedge. Well, then we've got something called the black swan hedge. We're not going to do it today, but we'll go into detail on this at some point, which protects us against cat moves, catastrophic, I can't spell it, but cat moves, right? Cat moves to the downside. And then we also run something that helps us to the downside called a little VIX hedge, also for catastrophic moves to the downside. Now, this is what makes us different from everyone else in the world, because the experts, ladies and gentlemen, the elite of the investment world tell us that we can't hold leveraged instruments long term. They tell us that we can't, and we're like, hold my yoo-hoo, baby, because we're actually going to try to do it. So they say this can't be done. You remember, the first movie I ever went to in the theater was at the Village Theater in Carrollton, Georgia, where Ain't That Old and Uncle Calvin took me to see Smokey and the Bandit. And y'all remember the great song in there, Eastbound and Down, right? We're going to do what they say can't be done. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We're going to do what they say can't be done, but don't follow me, right? I'm sitting in my underwear in an old holy t-shirt and hadn't even brushed my hair for the day. So what do I know? I know nothing. We're just trying to do a little thing here. Right? So we got the VIX hedge. So we've got 3 incredible hedges. Plus, I do need to do an asterisk here. We've got a 4th hedge, and that is by holding TMF. Well, Bobby, you don't understand about bonds, you son of a bitch. What? Listen, bonds are the best things if we have a crash, right? Because I don't care the inverse relationship between interest rates and bonds. If interest rates go up and we expect them to be, the bonds go down. I got that. But in a crash, doesn't matter about the interest rate environment, because people are scared and they will go from stocks to bonds. That's historically what has happened. I believe it's going to be true in the future. And that's why we have a certain amount of money into TMF. Now, Rod and I were talking earlier today. If you have a 401k plan, you can't do this. Then the hedge fund's excellent adventure says that here's the allocation that you should do, right? They say 55% of your UPRO or TQQ and then 45% of TMS. So you can do that, the hedge fund, the excellent adventure that way. That's fine. Or you could say, well, let me do a little bit safer. You could do 45 TQQQ, 45 TML, and then just leave a little cash in there, which is great as well. So either one of these, you could do that in a 401k if you don't have a separate account where you can do the hedge fund. The Black Swan hedge, the 111s, and the VIX hedge. If you can't do all this, or you're not willing to do this, then this is what I do. I do 55, 45 or 45, 45, 10. Okay. If you're just in a 401k and you don't want to do all this crap, you're like 111, Black Swan hedges, and all this garbage. What the hell? But don't even worry about that. Okay. And there are some other nuances that we have in there. We can do collars, protective collars. I don't even know if we'll ever need to do that. We could sell covered calls against our shares of TQQ. We've done that. It didn't work out well because we're in an environment where it's going up, 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 up. So I was just getting killed on my covered calls. So, but you can if you wanted to, but you'll limit your upside. The other thing that we can do is, we know that we can go to cash or all TMF, if what? Well, if at the end of the quarter, let's say we get to the end of the quarter. TradingView wants to show notifications. I don't want you to show me jack. So let's say that we get to this end of this month. Well, I said quarter, end of this month, which is also the end of the quarter. And the SPY is below this line. Well, Bob, what is that line? That's the 200 daily moving average. Daily. Now, if you're following along over here, this is a 30-minute chart. This is not a 200. This is a 200 moving average, but it's a 230-minute moving average. Don't make sure you know you got to be on a daily chart. But if at the last trading day of the month, if the price of SPY is below the 200 daily moving average, we have the option to go, you know what? I think I'm going to full bonds or full cash. So that's an option. It's not necessary. I mean, it may, but in one of our books that we said that was the best thing to do, is to get out of your stocks and to go to cash. So if you're wanting to know where we got that, that is the book. What's the name of the book? Cash Trigger or something? It's under our resources tab. So you can do that. Yeah, so yeah, MRP, you just answered your question. We will be in cash and or bonds, right? Or and or TMF if we cross below the 200 moving average at the end of the month. Yeah, you're reading the 3 Sig book where he says we need to add cash, all about our current system. Yeah. What is the plan if we get deprived of cash to buy TQQ? Okay, so here's my plan, right? And I know we got all these books that we're picking up all these great morsels, and it's really a comprehensive strategy we got going on. So under the 3 Sig, he's basically, what is he doing? I explained it the other day brilliantly. Now I can't. So what he's doing is, well, let's say that, so the 3 Sig, let's say that you start out with $10,000 at the beginning of the quarter in TQQ. Then what he's saying is, by the end of that next quarter, add 3% to this. So your total holdings at the end of one quarter should be $10,300. So what if your holdings at the end of the quarter are not 10,300? What if it's 10,700? Then you need to sell $400 worth of TQ to bring it back down to 10,300. So what if it's your value of TQ is at $9,300? Then you need to buy $1,000 of Q to bring it up to that. Now, are we going to follow that? No. I think it's a great book. It's a great simplified system of doing it, but I don't think we're going to follow it. I think we're going to let the Licello algo do what it's at. Now, if you want me to program it into the spreadsheet to look at what this would do, we'll do that. But it's just a great book to go. What I really want you to take out of the 3 Sig book, I want you to take out where the main thing is where they're talking about the 3 investors. And they're talking about how they get so nervous because they're listening to the news and they're looking to the mortgage crisis and they're looking at, 9/11 and they're looking at all things. And you and I know that news is noise. You and I don't care about the news. We really don't. So you don't have to read the Wall Street Journal. You don't have to listen to CNBC all day. You don't have to watch Jim Cramer's Mad Money. You don't have to listen to any guru telling you what to buy and what not to buy. That's the great thing. You don't have to subscribe to any newsletter. You don't have to pay anybody any money for anything. You are the master of your own trading account. And when everyone else is scared, we become brave because the algo tells us to accumulate shares. When everyone else is greedy and they're buying in, our signal will come in and say, hey, baby, you need to sell to convert to cash. So don't worry about news and noise. Because really, if you had followed the news over the weekend, and I don't watch news on TV, but I'm on the internet, so I look at Drudge Report, I look at the headlines. If you had looked at any of the headlines over the weekend, you would have sworn that you needed to sell futures Sunday night. You would have sworn I need to sell, a few at least micro futures because man, the world's in a mess. Well, the world has been in a mess throughout the history of time. And throughout the history of the stock market, regardless of the history and all of the bad stuff that has happened, the market continually goes up. Now, there are times when we're in bear markets, and that's the time when you and I will accumulate additional shares in building our empire. So news is just noise. So I would encourage you not to listen to the news as far as your investments are concerned. So when you are reading the 3 Sig book, I want you to look at the guy, what's his name, Mark. And Mark is talking with his wife. He goes, hey, honey, we got a signal to buy $10,000 worth. I'm kind of nervous. And then they go, well, the signal's never let us down before. Let's do it. And so their account was at the end of the 13-year period or whatever that they were in the market, their account was over twice of their friends that worked at the same place, but in the same amount of money. And the 3 Sig is it's a simplified version of Licello. So what will we do? Okay, so if I don't have cash to buy TQQQ, then my solution to that is really, really simple. My solution would be I will sell TMF. So if the signal is buy 200 shares of TQQQ and I don't have the cash to buy 200 shares, then I will liquidate amounts of TMF to purchase those shares. So I don't think that you and I are going to have that same problem that you would sometimes have by the 3 Sig. Okay, but good question. So what we've got here is a really, really well thought out. Hey,
I brushed my teeth.
you brushed your teeth? Let me smell. Mm-hmm. Hey, tell everybody, come here, tell everybody what you say, what our daddy tells you about brushing your teeth. If you don't brush your teeth, your mouth will smell like you what? Tell them.
But
Your butt. That's right. All right, baby. Go
look at my teeth.
Yeah, your teeth are smelling.
Look at.
I see them. They're pretty white. If you don't brush your
Daddy
teeth, your
doesn't
teeth smell
brush
like
his
your butt.
teeth.
All right, so anyone got any questions at all? And it's great. Man, I'm excited, y'all. I'm really excited. Now, if y'all have not jumped into the AIM thing and you need some help, let me know. You may be sitting there going, hey, I won't do it to the new year or whatever. That's fine. But it's a really, really, really comprehensive program. Problem you got to get used to is big swings. I mean, you'll depending on your account size, what's a big swing for you may not be a big swing for me. But we've seen days when I'm down $2,500 or $3,000 in this account, and you just got to be comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable with that, then it's probably not the strategy for you. It's just that we've taught everything this last year. So we've been going for over a year now, and I don't want to go back into just teaching, concepts for the heck of teaching. Because what'll happen is I'll steer y'all into something that y'all don't even need to be worried with. Because that's what we do as traders. We always looking for something shiny. It's called the shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome is you're looking at the new world, and we're reading all this stuff. And next thing you know, someone's posting this on Facebook about trading, and you go, oh my gosh, I need to get in there. And the really important thing you need to realize, no, you don't. No, you don't. I've already been there. I've already been at Theo Trade. I've already been at Tasty Trade. I've already been at everywhere that you're thinking about going. I've already done the option alpha. I've already done the, stratagem trade. I've already subscribed to all that stuff. I've already lost the money, paid the money, and done the research. So I've already done all that. I've been everywhere that you're thinking about going. And you go, well, I'm just looking for something a little better. And chances are on your account, depending on your account size, it's going to be on the day that you're down $2,000 or $3,000 using this plan that you go, oh man, here I go. I'm switching to something else. I can't take this. So we've got to do the opposite of the herd behavior. And the herd behavior is when the market's tanking, everybody's getting out. And that's when we got to be buying. And when the market's up, everybody's getting in. You got to say, I got to go against the grain. Really, that's the important thing is to realize is most people are losing money in the market. It's sad. Well, I say most people. I mean, I think the buy and holders, the dollar cost averagers are ultimately making money. But as far as traders and doing all their stuff, they're losing. And here's the reason. Someone made a post in the Tasty Trade Options Facebook group that, hey, all traders are losing money trading options. And I agree. If you are just throwing trades out there, for example, you're looking at the high IV and you go, I'm going to do a strangle on XYZ today. And you keep doing that, looking at new trades, and you're just tossing an iron condor here, and naked put here. I mean, you're just throwing things out there. Yeah, you're going to lose money because you don't have a strategy. You don't have an overall strategy. Dad. You're planting a lot of trees in the garden, but you don't have a strategy to manage the forest. You're just planting trees. And Daddy, that doesn't work because if you're planting what's my favorite apple, Honeycrisp apple tree, you can't just have one. You got to have two because they cross pollinators, or you got to have I forget what it is. I got them out there planted and I did the research. So you can't just plant one apple tree and go, hey, I'm good. Now you got to have another kind of apple tree out there so that the bees can cross pollinate. And most people are just planting a tree going, oh, wow, we're going to have a lot of apples. No. You got to create your forest. You got to design your garden. You got to design your forest. It cannot just be, hey, I'm planting a bunch of trees out here. No, it's a forest. And how many times you rarely see me look at the individual components, and we've got a bunch of them. I would consider each one of these trees in the overall scheme of things, right? These are all trees. Well, I rarely look at the trees. I don't look at the trees. I'm looking at the forest. What's the forest? The forest is your Greeks. We do look at the Greeks. I want this to be kind of similar to that. I want my theta to be positive. Well, it's not. Well, why do I do that? How do I get it positive? Well, I don't need to close any of my short puts today. So I'll put on positive theta trades today. I did one positive theta trade. I'll do one tomorrow. We'll get this back up. So Vegas Berry management. I mean, it's just if you can ever, because keep in mind, I've lost all the money. I lost $24,000 in a day, in a stinking day. I was like, I'm finished with this crap. oh my gosh, I'm just done. I mean, when you start having a day like that, that gets you done. I've already made all the dumb mistakes. I've traded earnings. If y'all are trading earnings, let me tell you something. You are gambling. But Tom Shoshnoff, as Beth says, trades earnings. Well, of course he does, because he wants you, as much as I love Tom, he wants you to trade earnings. You know why? Because they come around every quarter. And if you're trading them, you're paying him $1 for every options trade that you put on, for every contract. Of course he wants you to trade. Now, and y'all, I mean, they're giddy with themselves. It's so funny to watch Tom and Tony now. They're just laughing. I mean, this market's going up today. I can only imagine what they're saying. I mean, and all you got to do is laugh about it, right? You laugh, oh my gosh, my positions are horrible. They're losing a bunch of money in the markets. They are. And, and the problem is you'll tune in and go, God, they got to be making money. They're not making money. They're making money on the brokerage side. And I say that with all due respect to Tom and Tony, because I love them. They're the ones that got me into options trading. Liz and Jenny are not making money. You'll hear them joking about it. I mean, it was a couple of years ago, they were talking about their 50,000 account. And they're like, well, it was a $50,000 account. They're losing money. And the issue is nobody shows you there, except me, your account balances. I'm the only stupid person that shows you the balances and how things are doing. Now we hide this, so because remember how I got in trouble with Thinkorswim about showing so we hide my account number and stuff, but y'all know my account balances. I show y'all as much as I can because it's on my phone. And anybody that ever wants to look at it, I look at it. And I'm not saying I'm God's gift to trade. No. But at least I'll show you. You know when I'm losing. You've seen me lose. You've seen me lose. But on what we're trading now, not the junk. This on TMF, TQQ, ES, MES, and VIX. This is our strategy right here. Occasionally we'll do a calendar and SPY. But this is clearly telling you on this stuff, we've made $11,302.83. Now the overall count is about flat on the year. Why? Because in this experimental account, we traded gold. We traded, what else we traded? Snapchat and DraftKings and all kinds of stuff, Apple, and stuff that I shouldn't be trading. Stuff that I should never be trading. But I thought y'all would get bored by doing the same thing over and over again. And I appreciate Ken constantly saying, and he does it because I do. I think, y'all probably bored with the same stupid thing every day. Because every day we come in and we're going to do a 1-1-1 trade. And for some of you, that is going to be boring. And for some of you, I could guarantee you, for some of you, you're going to move on to somewhere else because it's not flashy enough. It's not shiny enough. It's not, and you'll move on. And that's fine because this is not for everybody. Oh my gosh, trust me. What we're doing together is not for everybody. We got over 200 people in here and we're lucky to have 10 on a daily session. It sounds good. They're like, oh my gosh, I want to get in on that. And then, maybe it's my kids or the way I dress or my hair or whatever, or my accent. And you go, that is not for me. And that's fine. But you got to keep in mind that this is a very well thought out comprehensive strategy. And most people don't want that. Most people, if you've ever watched the movie Moneyball, and Moneyball perhaps has destroyed the great game of baseball because it's stats oriented and, but you need to watch it. Oh, it's a great movie. And, you got all these old farts at the table, evaluating players. And then you got the quant kid in there who's saying, no, they're not good. And they're like, what are you talking about? And we can't get David Justice. David Justice he played for the Braves, but now he's horrible. And the quant says, yeah, but he gets on base. He gets on base. He doesn't hit the homers that he used to hit when he was dating Halle Berry, but he gets on base, and people that get on base score. So many of you, or some of you, will want the home run. You're going to want the home run. And that's why people go to Wall Street bets. That's why they go to the meme stocks. That's why they do that. They need that. They need that action. And I don't need that action. I've already had that action. So maybe some of you do need to go where the action is. Where the action is, where it's interesting that you could be up, 40, 50% in the day or more. Go where that action is. But the problem is you're going to lose money. And I just one day got sick of losing money. And I said, I've been just throwing trades at, like, trade small, trade often. Trade small, trade often will cause your account to blow up. Trade small, trade often will blow up your account. If you're just blowing up there and looking for the high V stock and throwing out strangles, and next day you'll do this, and then you're playing earnings and all that, you're eventually going to go down. I don't know a single soul who has traded small and traded often that has been successful. And if you can show them to me, then let me know. Yeah, Bob, but Tom and Tony are successful. No, they're not. No, they're not. And I love those guys. But they're making $1 off of every stinking trade that you put on. And laughing when they're carrying negative delta and the market's up like a day like today. Why are they laughing? Because they know you're trading. They know you're paying them $1. So I don't want to criticize those guys. I love those guys. I love them. But somebody ought to be showing some account balances. Somebody ought to be showing and telling the truth of how much money that they're losing in their accounts. Because you know what? I know. Bobby, how do you know? I saw it. I saw it. I saw the account. I saw the account. I saw Tom Sosnoff's account. I saw how many millions he was down on the year. I saw it. I still got the screenshot. Because I said, nobody's going to believe this. I think it was a $20 million account. He was down maybe 1.9 million. I don't know. I have to look back. And you can't follow that. You just can't follow that. I mean, they even have shows now. They're just looking for trades. They have shows where they want you to call in with your trade, and they'll take it. Fast money or whatever that is. Fast money will kill you. Looking at this market all day will kill you. Do your trades, do your daily trade, and go on about your own dang business. Don't sit here all day and, waste your life behind this screen. Do your thing, and then let's wait again to tomorrow. You got to be a big picture person. What I'm really, really trying to do is to keep y'all from blowing them out. I've blown them out by so many. I started over. I took a couple months off. I start back. And then I finally got consistent. How long did it take me to get consistent? I started in 2012. I've probably been consistent now for, I don't know, 3, 4 years. Bobby, you've only been consistent 3, 4 years? Yes. Because I was blowing stuff out. I was doing earnings trades. I was, looking at the high V of the day, the trade du jour. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop it. And the cool thing is, if you don't want to do all these options trades, I do a Google search for Hedge Fundies Excellent Adventure, HFEA. That's what I do. I do 55% UPRO or PQs. I do 45% TMF. I'd rebalance quarterly and be done with it. Be done with it. And see how you do. And when it's painful to buy, that's when you know you're doing good. If you go, God, I can't buy down here, the market's down so much. If you are scared and it's painful to do it, and that's when you know you're doing the right decision. If the market's up like a day like today and your signal is to sell something, sell it, baby. Sell it. When you go, yeah, but if I hold it, it'll go up. Yeah. You got to go against the grain. against the grain. All right, any questions? Y'all got this though. Y'all got this. I want you to hold on, hold steady. You know, the new year, everyone's evaluating. How did I do this year? You know, man, I suck. Man, I'm a horrible trader. No, you're not. No, you're not. You just, you know, you're figuring out ways that you've done it in the past that hadn't worked. So you're trying to figure out something that does work. And that's noble, a noble endeavor. So, you know, P&L year to date on this one's 11,266. That is, let's just show you. Let's show you the account statement. I want you to see everything. Oh crap. Do this right, showing you the account. Up there, that'll be away. But I'm telling you, this account is down a little bit on the year. I'm telling you it's down. But I'm telling you the reason it's down is because I traded all the garbage. I did everything that I shouldn't have done. There's a way that I'll show y'all because I don't want anyone to be misled. Now on our stuff that we're doing now, we're doing great. 11,269. But this account is theoretically flat for the year. Now this other one, and again, we're not saying we're the best trader known to man. Y'all don't get that at all. But this account has done so good. We started out with 35,000, and we've had 14,503.51 profit and loss year to date. Now I don't think that takes into account commission, so it's a little bit less than that. But we started this account on March 26th. So let's just say if you go March 26th, where's my calculator, Bob? It's a freaking calculator. Hold on. Hold on. Break it down here somewhere. Here we go. Calculator. There we go. Where's it at? Where's the rest of it? Come on, baby. There we go. I'll move y'all over here. Now we move our calculator. All right, so here we go. So if you make 14,504.85 divided by 35,000. Now it's going to be less than this because it doesn't take into effect commissions, right? If you did $35,000, that's 41.44%. Yeah, but Bob, I could make that in a single day on a meme stock. Yeah, you could, but you could also lose 41%. Got to put everything in perspective. And that's just since March 26th. Blind squirrel finds a nut, acorn every now and then. All right, got any questions at all? I want y'all, but I do, you know, it's good that we talk psychology. It's good that we talk this because I know what y'all are doing now. I know where you're at. I'm at the end of the year and you're going to go, I lost so much money this year, or I made so much money. So I got to keep doing what it was that I'm doing. Or what you're really looking at is to find the next shiny thing. So you're going to dump Bobby. You're going to dump our group here that we get together today because, you know, you're going, well, it can't be worth anything because it's free. So you're going to go pay somebody $299 a month so that they can teach you how to trade in a paper account. God is my witness. That's what I paid. I paid $299 for somebody to show me how to trade in a freaking paper account. Not even using live money. I mean, if you're following somebody that's trading in a paper account, that's dumb. I got one good thing out of it. You know what I got out of it? I got the screwdriver. I closed it already. I got the screwdriver. Screwdriver was worth me paying the $299. So you could go pay $299, but guess what? I done got the good. I got the goodie out. I got the goodie out. It's like when you eat pecan pie, right? My favorite part of the pecan pie is not the crust and it's not the pecans. It's the goodie. And sometimes if I'm really full, I'll just go in and I'll just dig the goodie out. So that's what I've done. I've gone to Theo Trade. I've gone to Tasty Works. I've pulled the goodie out. 20% of what Tasty Trade does on market measures, pure gold. Pure gold. I still want market measures a lot. It's pure gold. 80% fluff. Fluff, 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 fluff. 20% gold. 80% fluff. You go to Strategy Trade, same way. 20% good stuff, 80% fluff. And probably even what we do. That's probably 20% of what we do here is good stuff. And then there's probably 80%. It's the 80-20 rule, right? 80% fluff. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Me yelling at my kids, you know, me talking about my hair, me talking about that. It's fluff. Fluff, fluff, fluff. But 20% is dang gold. And that's why you're here. Okay, so let me encourage you as you are readjusting and rebalancing and reevaluating every single move that you're going to make over the coming year to not chase the shiny stuff. Don't forget your plan. Stay with your plan. Do you have a written plan? Remember, I'm writing this down. I'm writing this into a little book. Hopefully I'll put it on Amazon and I'll sell it for $2.99. I can't wait. So we'll tell people how to do this, right? We'll tell the world. And you know what? We may have 100 people that buy the book. How many are going to do it? 1, 2. That's like I have my little class of at University of Alabama, right? And I'm talking to them and I'm like, y'all, there's 21 of you in here. And I said, y'all are all financial planning students. I said, guess how many of y'all are going to be financial planners? 1, 2. Oh, you don't know, Bobby. I will be. Sure you will. No, you won't. You'll be selling insurance. You'll be selling real estate. You may be a teller at a bank. You're not going to be a certified financial planner. They don't want to hear that because the college tells them, hey, that's why you're coming here, so you can become a financial planner. I'm not going to become a financial planner. I don't want to become a financial planner. Got too much stuff to do. Anyway, good session today, y'all. Good session. So any questions, any comments?
Hey, Bobby, I got something I want to touch base with you offline if we could. Shouldn't take but a minute.
Oh, absolutely. We'll do that. Right. No problem.